Welcome to another video. If you haven't had a chance, I released a video last week where I went to the Habit locally where I work at in La Quinta, California, and I decided to purchase Caesar salad. I was in a time crunch, and it actually came out to almost $13, it wasn't really a surprise because I already knew about how much I was going to pay for the salad. The problem stemmed when I actually received the salad, and I was under the impression that I was going to get a larger portion with more chicken, and just in general the salad was going to be more plentiful. But to my surprise, the salad was smaller, there was less chicken in the salad, and to me it was somewhat of a bait and switch because it was several months ago since I did decide to go to that restaurant and purchase that salad. And on the actual menu itself, on the app, you could still see a picture of how the old salad looked like. So to my dismay, unfortunately, I feel like I just got ripped off right there. And I decided that I am not going to go back to the Habit to purchase any more Caesar salads. I am going to have to find an alternative for myself if I am in a hurry near where I work at, and I decided to get a Caesar salad if I didn't bring my lunch, because lately I have been eating a little bit more out, especially with these videos that I've done. I have eaten some things that I usually don't eat. And this weekend, I do feel like I have had a little bit more of a repercussion where my body just doesn't feel correct. Eating all of this food that I don't eat often, I just feel like it just doesn't sit well with my stomach and my body. So on my daily routines, I usually do have some prepackaged foods that I order from a company called Trifecta, but I do also incorporate food that I do decide to make at home. So today, I am going to go ahead and replicate my version of a salad that I would actually prepare at home, which costs a lot less than $12. So as you see here, I am getting ready to prepare this chicken. So I got two boneless chicken breasts. Now this is part of a package of chicken breasts that I would usually purchase at a grocery store. I did purchase a large package of chicken breasts at Costco, which I have plenty of here at home. And I went ahead and thawed two of them out, which they came out to about $1 a piece. So right now we have two little small salads for two people here at the house, $2 versus the $12.81 I decided to spend at Habit on one salad. Now, mind you, this itself is more chicken than what was included in that salad. Now, I also did purchase three of these that came in a package for the romaine lettuce. This actually came out to about $4. So, but these are three salads, remember that. And I already cut one of them out, which I cut it out with some tomato cherries. So just remember that this lettuce is 1/3 of this package, and there's three of them for $4. So that's already, obviously you can see the difference in the pricing, how much restaurants are marking it up. Now, this is what I buy retail. These restaurants, they do wholesale, so they are getting these things a lot cheaper. Now, I did have some cheese that I did buy. This cheese was also about $4, but I can get a lot of salads out of this cheese. And I also have a little bit of guacamole that I bought. So I'll just go ahead and I'll put some guacamole on my salad. Gives it a little bit more of a flavor. And I'm going to be preparing my own version of a dressing, because the Caesar dressing itself that gets included in these salads at these restaurants, unfortunately, they have a lot of ingredients that are not good for you. They bloat you, and they're just bad for you overall. So I am going to go ahead and create a dressing with a little bit of mustard and a little bit of concentrate, lemon concentrate. That's a little bit of white vinegar and a little bit of olive oil, along with a little bit of natural honey and some salt. So all of this, I'm going to be preparing a small dressing that's going to be incorporated in this salad, along with two chicken breasts that I will go ahead and condiment myself. And this will not bloat my stomach. I will feel a lot better. I will feel a lot healthier after I eat it. And I know that, again, I know a lot of people in the comments have been criticizing me about not making my own food. But you have to remember that this food that I've eaten outside in the street, it's the exception, which means that it's not my daily routine. My daily routine, I try to stick with my prepackaged meals that I have delivered to me from that company that I spoke about. And also, so I have snacks that I purchase at the grocery store that keep me going. And usually these snacks, they're very nutritious. I try to stay away from anything that has sugar, especially like anything that has high fructose corn syrup or any other things that are bad for your health. I try to stay away from all that. I usually try to stick to things that I feel like go well with my body, go well with my plan. And just in general, like I said, I think it's very important for people out there when they see something like this on YouTube. For me, it's more educational purposes, entertainment purposes, trying to figure out what is it that restaurants are charging right now in 2025, and the amount of money that these people, they're charging, the tips, the service. You know, the service is obviously degraded in a lot of places. It's just not there anymore, unfortunately. And also the quality of the food. You don't know what quality you're getting because a lot of these restaurants, they do skimp. You know, if they have a choice of getting, you know, grade A chicken or maybe grade B, you know, maybe in order to save some money, maybe they're getting the lower quality chicken. And on top of that, they're charging you a premium for it. Same thing goes with the meat. You have to be very careful what restaurants you go to, the type of meat that they use. I know that there's a lot of steakhouses out there where people think they're getting a deal, but in reality, the quality of the meat, maybe it's not even choice meat. So you have to be very careful with that as well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and condiment this chicken. Put a little bit of salt on it. Same thing with this one. We're gonna put a little bit of salt. Tad bit of salt. We're gonna put a little bit of olive oil on the chicken. We're gonna put a little bit of the seasoning that I have. Give it a little bit of a flavor here. Give it a little bit of a garlicky flavor to it as well. All right, so now that I have this chicken condimented, we're gonna go ahead and place this in our pot. Get this chicken ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare a little bit of this dressing. And I don't have to do a lot of dressing. This is just a small amount, just to be able to give the salad some flavor. I'm not trying to go too crazy. This salad is more about eating healthy. Yes, I do get a small amount of dressing, but that's not the main portion of the salad. I know there's a lot of people in the past, they've criticized restaurants or other places where they make salads where people are pouring a ton of dressing. And so that's actually very, very common in the restaurant industry. But here, we're not in the restaurant, we're at home, and we're trying to make food that tastes good and then just give it a little bit of a flavor. So you could see here, there's a little bit of dressing there. I'm gonna taste this. That's good flavor. Good tangy flavor with the lemon. Has a little bit of a kick with the mustard. It's great. So I highly recommend that if you do decide to prepare a salad at home, that you try to prepare your own dressings with stuff that you have around the house. We're gonna cut this into little pieces. Just like restaurants will cut these chicken breasts into little cubes. We're gonna do the same thing here. Now chicken does take a little bit longer to cook than red meat. And you have to make sure that you give it enough time so that it cooks well. This is something that you do not want to eat raw. I know there's a lot of people out there that like to eat their meat raw, and I've even seen online people eating raw meat, even raw chicken. I've seen videos on Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts. People trying to be brave, eating raw chicken straight from the grocery store. They'll buy a package of raw chicken and then they'll film themselves in the car opening up this raw chicken product and just eat it straight on the camera. Which, in my opinion, I think that's very, very dangerous. So I would not try that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and place this chicken here for a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this chicken for a little bit here. Get a little bit crispy. Now this is pretty much cleaner eating. You wanna stay away from foods that are heavily processed. I know that eating out at places like McDonald's or Burger King or any other fast food places, you get a lot of heavily processed foods. At least here, we know we're getting something that's a little bit healthier for you. You can sleep better at night as well. So these are little things that I feel like a lot of people have to wake up. And if you don't have time to cook every single day, you could definitely do meal prepping, which I highly recommend. If you have the time for that, make time for meal prepping. And I think that it'll help your overall health. You can see here that the chicken's getting a little bit yellow now. A little bit of that grilled chicken feel. This is more than twice than what I got at the $12 salad. And at least I know that this is better quality chicken. Now there is better quality chicken out there than Costco. But it just so happened that I was there and I bought a large package of chicken. But if you can afford better chicken out there and you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to a high-end grocery store like maybe Gelson's or Bristol Farms or Whole Foods, then do it. If you can afford it comfortably, get yourself the best quality food that you can. And even then, you will still spend less money than what someone would spend at the Habit eating a $12 salad. I did put a little bit of olive oil on here, which in my opinion, if you can get anything like olive oil or avocado oil to be able to use that to be able to cook, that's probably the best alternative right now that you can use instead of using canola oil, which is bad for you. You can see that it's piping hot, nice, has a little bit of, you know, a crispy feel to it. Tasted it, tastes excellent. We're gonna make 2 salads out of all of this, okay? So we got some lettuce, 2 salads that look way better. Obviously I did a little bit of a taste test on the chicken and everything else. This looks way better than what you would be paying at the Habit. Got some dressing here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some dressing. Give it a little bit of a flavor. Okay. Some cheese. Okay. This is a little bit of mozzarella cheese. Okay. Look at that. If you go to the Habit and you try to get a little scoop of guacamole, it's going to cost you $2, $3. Here, I got this entire thing for $3. It was already, I could make this myself, but you know, I was at the grocery store and it was available, so I got it. We're going to add a scoop of guacamole as well. On the side. Okay, so now this is the finished product. Okay, 2 salads, 2 chicken breasts, $2. So I would say that with this is about $4 for 2 salads. Tell me who did it better. $4 for 2 salads made at home versus Habit's $12.81 for 1 measly salad. That was just straight out awful. Leave your comments down below. Tell me who did it better. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do a taste test here at the end. You can see my reaction to eating this salad. Has real good flavor. You could feel the hint of mustard. The chicken itself, big portions. I got a touch of guacamole in this too. So the hint of guacamole, it tastes really good with it. And the chicken is so tasty. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my ingredients that I used on this salad on the description. So in case you guys want to try it out, you can try out the same salad. It's so good. I think what gives it the final touch to it too is the dressing. It has a little bit of a tangy flavor to it.